Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. If you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are not, thank you for coming back and spending a little bit of time with me today. I thought I would share this week's battle of the wills, if you will, that I had very recently with my son, and how I have been learning through much practice the skills of how to deal with them in a positive way. If you have a child with autism, or that are in your life, or you've seen it in a grocery store, or you've seen it on the sidewalk, or you've seen it somewhere where a mom is struggling with her child, I hope that this gives you a little bit of encouragement if you're that parent or mom or grandma or something who's dealing with it. But if you're not, I hope that this helps you see and give that parent grace as they deal with the ins and outs of this. So my girls are in a dance camp this week, and that means we walk them there, we come home, and then we walk back to get them and bring them home. And it's a lot of walking. It's not something that Darian has had to do in recent days. We were building a deck, so he had free reign of his schedule. He could do whatever he wanted, and now I'm placing a lot of demands on him. But what happened yesterday was he has been interacting with us. He wants to play tag or chase games in his own unique way, but he also doesn't have safety awareness when it comes to being on the road. And the way he likes to play it is he has a good, 15 yards, 15-meter head start before he will let us run after him. And as you can imagine, that means, especially when I'm wearing a fancy dress and sandals, I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill myself, or my son is going to be hit by a truck. And so after one particular morning of not any close calls, but actually watching him not look both ways and foreseeing the danger, on the way home, I wouldn't let him run. And that meant that there was a lot of difficult moments for him and me. I had plans that while the girls were gone, I was going to get all the homeschool stuff done that I had not gotten to. I have piles on my table from trying to get on top of it, and I didn't get to doing that because it took us 2 hours to walk 3 blocks. And when I say walk, I mean walk. He had me halted there in the hot sun for that amount of time. And the reason why I share this is because the temptation is often, get your butt moving. I have stuff to do. I need to get stuff done. Darian, we've talked about this. Mommy is trying to protect you because I'm a mean and nasty mama who wants you to live through your game of tag. And there can be so much build up tension, so much frustration. You can feel super, super lonely because you're standing on a sidewalk with a 14-year-old boy who's crying and yelling, let me go, let me go. And you're on your side trying to talk calmly and rationally. Everything is okay. You're doing great, buddy. You're safe. It's just we can't run. And he's like, no, we need to wait. And we hug it out, and then we take another couple of steps, and then we go through the process all over again. And I cajole and I ask, and I am saying, let's go get your candies. They're at home. Like, let's go do this. And there's so many things that happen. And I know from an outsider looking in, I am not being an assertive parent. I am not making him understand who's in charge. And I'm not doing all of those types of things that should be expected of a parent who's not coddling their 14-year-old. I'm not doing the things that, from an outsider's perspective, I am doing. The issue is that for Darian not having the conversational skills, I don't know sometimes what he's actually completely understanding, how much of it is just pure frustration because he maybe thinks that he does look both ways. Or, like my daughters have said, I can hear if the cars are coming or not. And I'm like, no, you can't, not with smart cars. So there's a bunch of things that could be going on. The other thing is I don't want to break trust with him. He is 14 years old. The days of throwing him over my shoulder and marching home doesn't happen. It can't happen. He is way, way, way too big, especially if he is kicking and yelling and I look even crazier. So at the end of the day, we spent 2 hours on the sidewalk just waiting until he felt comfortable enough to just start walking with Mama. And at the end of the day, I was standing there, as much as my to-do list was long and I wanted to get stuff done. I also ask myself regularly what I'm doing with my Darian. Is it less important or more important than what I have on my to-do list? And if I'm honest with myself, the answer is always spending time with my son, especially when he is having a difficult moment. Yes, it can be frustrating, but I also have ways to combat the frustration of that. So one of the things that I kept thinking about while I'm hugging my son and while strangers are walking by and neighbors are waving in their vehicles, and other people are asking me if I'm okay or if I need help, is that one of the things that we have been praying specifically for Darian is that he becomes more independent. So he's able to get himself dressed in the morning, or he is going to, do up his seatbelt without wanting help from me or his sisters, or, just life stuff that he's going to want to assert his own independence. I can do that myself. Don't need you. And I was laughing at myself because in this moment, he didn't want me to be in front. He wanted to take charge and do it himself. And so the very thing that I have been praying for, I was getting, but just not in a safe manner, right? And so that little inkling of he's doing what I'm praying for is something that, it doesn't mean that I just let him run into the road. No, it means that I can be proud of him and say, I'm so proud of you, buddy, because you want to play and you want to interact with me. And even though you're yelling at me to let you go, you're looking me straight in the eyes and you're interacting with me. And that's 2 hours that he was not on his Xbox. So there are ways that you can look at those 2 hours and you can sit in your frustration and your anger and just the frustration of the moment because you can't do anything to change it. Like, I was actually looking at my clock going, okay, in about another hour, we're just going to walk back to go get the girls. So there were things that were like, grr, arg. But here's the thing, because I spent those 2 hours loving on him, being calm, finding ways to be thankful for the situation that I was in. Today, we had to walk them again, and he walked with me just fine. And, I sit there and I go, those 2 hours was built a foundation for my expectation today. Today, my expectation was we were going to walk because it's safe to walk outside. You want to run? We can run in the house. I will chase you all over our house, no problem. But the expectation for when we're outside is to walk because it is safe. And I'm so thankful that God has given me grace and wisdom to see those moments and those opportunities as the opportunities that they are. And today is cleanup day. So So thank you for watching this video. I hope it encourages you. I hope that it gives you, you know, some smidgen of just, okay, when I find myself in that situation, it is okay. And if you are somebody who walks by somebody in that situation, smile and just keep walking. That mama, unless she needs help and asks you for help, she's got it under control, and she's just trying to do her best for her child in that moment. So I hope that this has been a good video for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. And if you aren't, feel free to subscribe, like, do all of the things. And we will talk to you next time. Bye.